You've worked hard to earn and save. Now it's time to make your money work hard for you. This is Empower Your Retirement with Frank and Frankie Guida of A Better Way Financial.
All right, guys. This is Warren Buffett's words, not mine. But as we all, everybody loves the advice of Warren Buffett, right? I mean, is there an investor that we follow more?
He won't lead you astray.
He won't. He has, and what I like about him, I appreciate about him, he's very humble. Mm-hmm. He's shared openly, candidly about the mistakes he's made. He constantly talks about keeping things simple. He actually did just retire, so I guess we'll be hearing a little bit less from him. Hopefully not too much less. But he actually once said, Mr. Buffett, quote, "If you don't figure out how to make money while you sleep, you'll work until you die." That feels a little, when somebody says that feels a little stressful, those words that have come from Mr. Buffett, guys. So,
almost a little harsh, right?
Right. But, is this something that we can do? Because none of us, we're not Warren Buffett. We're everyday men and women of Allentown, of the Lehigh Valley. We do work. We don't want to work until we die. We want to retire. We have saved. So for somebody getting close to retirement, how can we do this? Making money while we sleep.
Certainly. And it's a tough conversation, right? You don't want to ever question about how long you have to work. You want to have a plan established for, this is what it looks like if I were to retire at 63 versus 67.
Yeah.
You want to know, what your different options are so you can plan that retirement rather than retire and then have to make a plan. Hopefully you've saved, hopefully you have over $500,000 and we can work with you to make that money actually work for you. You are trained your entire life to save into the 401k, but now it's time to efficiently distribute those funds. Many people have done a great job saving, but they need to come up with a strategy to turn that into income. And not only that, tax-efficient income. And we work with our clients to have to make sure that they have income from their portfolio supplement other fixed income in their retirement, such as Social Security income and pensions, and help them decide what is the best age for me to start collecting Social Security and what is the best pension option for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then we look into the investments and we say, all right, well, whatever bridge we need, like let's say Social Security and pensions are only producing $40,000 and you need $80,000, well, then we need to rely on the investment income to provide that difference there. So we need to make sure that you're able to get that income. Whether the markets are performing well, whether the markets are performing poorly, we need to be able to get the income that you need from your retirement investments and portfolio. And I was just meeting with a lady earlier this week, and she was saying, wow, my portfolio went up $125,000 over the past year. And the best part is I didn't have to work for it. I was really excited. I'm like, yeah, the market did well. I can't take all the credit. The market did well. And I love seeing that. And she's still working currently, but she knows, hey, when I am ready to retire, I can start relying on the savings that I have to be able to provide that income for me. And, I have other clients too, who every year he's like, oh man, that's amazing. We made $100,000 this year and I didn't have to go to work for it. This is just awesome.
Yeah.
And so this is part of what you need to be able to retire. If you're not making money on your investments, on the money that you saved, then you're not going to be able to retire because you're going to need that money to live on. And so if you need that money to live on, you need to get interest on it and you want it to grow for you over the course of your retirement years. And so having a plan put in place, having a team of people working together to make sure that your investments are working efficiently for you can really make a difference in your retirement years. And we don't stop with just making sure that you're getting the income. We want to make sure it's working tax efficiently for you as well. It's not just about what you make, it's about what you keep, right? If you're losing 20 to 30% in taxes every single year in your retirement, that's not good. That's not good. We want to make sure that you're not losing that money in taxes, that we can plan proactively for our future and say, here's what we can do to get ahead of this. Here's what we can do to try to minimize our tax bill over the course of our retirement years. And so this is the type of planning that you get when you work with A Better Way Financial. And so if you haven't had a team work together for you, showing you what strategies you can use to minimize your tax burden, as well as to be able to get the income that you're looking for out of your retirement years, figure out when you can retire. If you haven't retired yet, figuring that out, well, is it feasible for me to retire now? Is it feasible for me to retire in 3-5 years? When do I want to retire? Let's build a plan around that. And then let's actually talk about, well, what do you want to accomplish with your retirement? What do you want to do now that you're no longer working? And so having that complimentary retirement roadmap built for you and showing you the strategies you can use to maximize your retirement can really go a long way. So if you're 55 and older and you save $500,000 or more for your retirement, give us a call today, right now, for your complimentary retirement roadmap, because we are offering this right now for the next 5 radio callers. So that number to dial is 610-440-3722 for your complimentary retirement roadmap. That's 610-440-3722, or find us online at abetterwayfinancial.com.
So, Frankie, just going back to that couple that we were talking about earlier, who was 57, hoping to retire at 60 and saved about $1.3 million. We were talking about taxes and how to effectively set up their portfolio so that they can save over $800,000 in taxes for them and their family. But we also talked to them about a tax-efficient way to get income out of their portfolio in retirement. So you don't want to just go ahead and start a distribution stream from your IRA or any other account, right? You want to effectively determine what the best option is for you. If the stock market's up, like it has been over the last 3 years, over 78%, you may want to start taking income from the side that's at risk, right? The stocks, the equities. That way you're effectively selling high. But if there was a market correction and you'd want to get income effectively out of your portfolio, you also need to have a safety bucket, a bucket of funds that may not have the same level of risk as the market, so you don't actually have to sell low and you can buy time for the stock market to essentially recover. But you also want to come up with a distribution stream. So based on the different tax status of your accounts, what is the account to effectively distribute first to save you the most amount of taxes, and the one that you may want to distribute second, and maybe what bucket of money would you want to leave as a legacy to save yourself and your family the most amount of taxes as possible. Now, like I mentioned earlier, we want to effectively save them in taxes, but also focus on that income stream. So what does it look like if we were to potentially delay Social Security so we can Roth convert more when they're in their early to mid-60s, right? What's the optimal age for them to take that Social Security so that they can get the most fixed income in retirement, but also come up with a strategy where they can get that income from their portfolio and still protect their principal?
Yeah, and these are all the things that we're looking into. We also want to have some safety in the portfolio, right? As you get closer to retirement, you really don't want to take the same level of risk that you took in your 20s and 30s and 40s. Now that you're getting 50s, 60s, 70s, you really don't want to take the same level of risk that you were taking earlier. So we look at, all right, well, what options do we have? You also don't want to sacrifice all the return and say, all right, well, I'm getting out of the market. Now I'm going to not get any return. I'm going to put in my bank account. Well, that's not a good strategy either. So what options do we have? How can we make sure that we're getting the most return for the level of risk that we can tolerate? We've been witnessing some good times in the market. We've been witnessing some bad times in the market historically. So it's good to know, well, it's not a straight line, right? And it's good to know, well, there's going to be times where the markets perform well. There's going to be times where they perform poorly. And if the markets do perform poorly, really when the markets do perform poorly, I'm not going to lose more than I feel comfortable with. And that's a situation you want to be in as you get closer to your retirement years, because you're starting to take income. That's the biggest difference compared to your working career. During your working career, you're not taking any income out of your retirement investments. But once you get to retirement, you're going to need to start taking money out. And if you're taking money out of an investment that's going down, that can be problematic. And so working with a team of fiduciary retirement planners who can work together with you and show you the strategies that you can use to make sure that you're getting growth when the markets are performing poorly, but also not losing more than you feel comfortable with when there is a market crash, it can really make a huge difference. And then also looking into the tax strategies to be able to save you money in taxes can really make a huge impact as well. For this couple here, we were able to show them how to save over $400,000 in taxes over the course of their retirement.
Wow.
And be able to live on an additional $34,000 more per year. And $34,000 more can really translate to doing a lot of things. I mean, for them, that was a 34% increase in pay because they were living on $100,000.
Wow.
And so I asked them, I said, what do you guys want to do? What do you want to do with that extra $34,000? They're like, I haven't really thought about it yet. But we said, all right, well, here's what we can do now. Right now, you're saving into your 401ks, you're saving into your retirement plans. We can actually back off on that because you can live on $34,000 more. So let's get some of that extra money going into your paycheck. They're like, wait, I don't have to wait till I retire to get this extra income?
Right.
I said, no, you don't. You can enjoy it now, even while you're working, while you're healthier, while you're able to do more now. Let's enjoy it. Let's get the most out of your retirement. So this is the type of work that we do, and it all starts with having that retirement roadmap drawn up for you and learning about what you can do in your retirement. What strategies can you implement so that you're going to be in a better position for your retirement? So that's why we had the name, A Better Way Financial, right? So we're going to be able to put together a complimentary retirement roadmap for you. If you're 55 and older and you save $500,000 or more, give us a call for yours right now. That number to dial is 610-440-3722. That's 610-440-3722.
Thanks for listening to Empower Your Retirement with Frank and Frankie Guida. To learn more, visit abetterwayfinancial.com.
By contacting us, we'll review aspects of your retirement portfolio to include suggestions about how best to utilize estate, tax, and retirement planning strategies and other financial services, or if changing management styles is appropriate for your specific needs and objectives. Exposure to ideas and financial vehicles discussed should not be considered investment advice or recommendations to buy or sell any financial vehicle. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Investments can fluctuate, and when redeemed may be worth more or less than when originally invested. A Better Way Financial is not affiliated with nor endorsed by the Social Security Administration or any other government agency. Annuity guarantees rely on the financial strength and claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. Any client experiences discussed during this show are unique to that client, and they are not meant to imply or suggest you will experience the same results. Advisory services offered through A Better Way Financial. Insurance offered through licensed professionals at A Better Way Financial. Pennsylvania Insurance License number 301779.